Hey guys, it's your girl Victoria back to you with another review for Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 5, Part B, Episode 13 called Unfinished Business. And clearly, we're picking up with this episode, this second half of the season, with Unfinished Business. Alright, so we're starting off with Amara. She's doing a video shoot for her new song. I don't know what the song name is. She did mention it. I just put Kulo. So that's what we're going. And so she gets a FaceTime call from her manager, Marilyn. They're going over a few things. She's letting us know everything's on the up and up. And, she don't got time for no haters. She's leaving them in the past and focusing on herself. Okay, but what else is new, Amara? I feel like you always try to focus on yourself with every season or with every intro, outro that you do. What else is new? We then move on to Zoe. She's with Bobby and Cindy doing auditions for, potential background dancers for her. So that's cool. And, she's letting us know she's trying to transition into her little soft girl era. And she's trying to reflect that in her music as well. Not trying to be so hard all the time because, she's a hard rapper and whatnot. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just hoping you're the one who wants to transition into the soft girl era, not so much of what others are saying or peer pressure or whatever the case may be. So as long as you want to do that, Zoe, I support you 100%. By all means, do you, boo. So while she's there with Bobby and Super Cindy, we have Flo coming in. First, she's letting us know, or letting Bobby and Cindy know that she has a listening party coming up and Big D is going to be there. He's big in the industry and whatnot. And, even though they have a little bit of a history, she's hoping that he's going to like her music. Because I guess before in the past, he didn't like her music, didn't think she was ready, but she went ahead and did her thing anyway. So she's hoping the second time around, he's going to like it and everything will be cool. So like I said, Florence shows up. Florence. And, obviously her and Bobby haven't really reconciled ever since that whole situation of part A of this season. So Bobby does come out and does apologize. And I guess eventually he ends up leaving. But Flo lets us know that she's still upset with Trina because of the fact that of what she said about the Haitian community. And she has yet to apologize to her. She did a fake ass apology on, social media, on live, whatnot. So she didn't feel like it was genuine. So until she apologizes to her, she's always going to have a little riffraff with Trina. And Zoe can understand where Flo was coming from. And so Zoe said she wasn't feeling Trina's public apology either. So, okay, whatever. So until Trina apologizes to her and her sister, Flo is going to have beef with Trina. At this point, as a part, as someone, a part of the Haitian community, I said this part A of the season 2. Do I feel any type of way with what Trina said? No, because at the end of the day, people talk so much crap every day. I don't have time to be worried about what one girl who don't even know me got to say about the Haitian community. Like, I could care less. You know how many people talk about all these communities that they don't know anything about the communities? Yes, she didn't directly say, Haitians eat cat, but obviously, why would you say, you cat eating hoes, bees and whatnot? Like, obviously in the heat of the moment, she said all those things. And yes, I get it. It don't make it right for them to say. But at the same time, I'm not... Trina be doing a lot of problematic things. Let's be honest here. Let's be 100%. Okay? Transparent. Okay? Trina, she be doing a lot of problematic things. Especially she's very much so of a hothead prior to all the distress that's been happening in her life lately. So if Trina be saying something, I'm not... Look, Trina, like, girl, whatever. All right, you said what you said. Do I take offense to it personally? No. I can understand why someone would take offense to it. But me, you didn't say it to me. We may be talking about the Haitian community, but at this point, so many people used to talk so much crap. Some people still are ignorant and still talk crap. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't care, because at the end of the day, I know my truth. Okay? I don't eat cat. All right? I don't. So, some people do. Don't get me wrong. Some people eat cat for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not one of them. So, therefore, thus and such, you saying whatever... It's not going over my head, but it's like I'm not paying attention to it to the point I'm in distress of what you done said, and now I got forever beef. No. People talk crap all the time. All you gotta do is just laugh and walk away, because at the end of the day, that's them being ignorant. I don't have time or the patience to try to help you be unignorant. No, if you really wanted to be unignorant, you would ask for someone to help you with that. But clearly, you okay with where you are, so I'm gonna leave you where you at. So if she wants an apology, Flo wants, you gonna get it, but we got to be okay with people not apologizing and moving on with our lives, because at the end of the day, they not losing sleep. We the one losing sleep if it's giving us distress. I'm not trying to lose sleep. I already lose sleep because I stay up at night on my phone anyway. So I'm not trying to add more stress, because that's the way my dad says it because of his Haitian accent. So I'm not trying to, have more stress on myself because of some. No, I don't got time for that. We in a new day and age. It's 2024. Let's focus on just moving forward and being okay with the ignorance, not apologizing. Okay, let's move on. We get to then Trina, Joy. Speaking of Trina, and Trina's new boyfriend, Swerve, and one of her artists at like a blues club, and Trina letting us know she madly in love. This is the one this time and stuff. And in my head, I'm just like, I could have sworn you said that about the last one, but it's this one this time, guys. It's this one this time, for real, for real. And Joy said she didn't say this word for word. I'm just paraphrasing, but letting us know pretty much that Trina got a type, which is, I guess, the mysterious type men. Do we want to call them mysterious, or do we want to just say, particular? Because I don't know what to call them. I wouldn't call them mysterious, because to be mysterious is like I have to be curious about you. I have to, you have to be intriguing to me. And I don't feel like her last boyfriend or this boyfriend is intriguing to me whatsoever. I don't care. If Trina's happy, congratulations. I'm happy for you, Trina. Your Swerve, or I forgot what the other one's name was, doesn't intrigue me to the point where you calling them mysterious, because they're not mysterious to me. Okay, Trina's boyfriends. That's it. That's it. So I mean, do they kind of look similar, in their persona and demeanor? I guess. Because obviously it doesn't seem like either of them really say much, you know what I'm saying? So maybe in that aspect, sure, I'll give that to you, Joy, but they ain't no mysterious, okay? That's Trina's boyfriend. She probably have them sign an NDA to not say nothing, so that's why they don't talk. So, whatever. So anyway, Big D shows up, and he lets them know that he was invited to Zoe's listening party by Super Cindy, but he ain't really feeling Zoe like that because of what she done said to Trina. So it's like he doesn't know if he should go. But then that's when Joy and Trina was like, look, all the beef is squash, ain't no problem with her, that like it is what it is. So then that's when Big D said he gonna go. But I already knew, even before the previews, I already knew just from him saying that, he's still not gonna like Zoe brings. He's still not gonna like what she got to offer, especially if he's, from what she said in the past when they met up before, he didn't like her back then. So it looks like I feel like he's not gonna like her now, especially the fact that there was a little riffraff between her and Trina. So at this point, I'm like, bro, what's the point of going? I mean, I guess so, you could say you showed up and whatnot, but if you already know in your head, you already have a pre-notion like, oh, I'm not gonna like her music because I didn't like it back then, I'm probably not gonna like it now, and she had beef with, someone I respect in the industry, then we there's no point in going at all if you're not really gonna really listen to her music and be like, okay, this is something I can rock with. Maybe he really didn't like it, but I find that very hard to believe based off of what we know of their history and what done happened between Zoe Brings and Trina. So Big D, you should have went. But anyway, he said he's gonna go. That's cool, whatever. And that's when Joy talks to Trina about Flo. Trina's so over the whole conversation and situation, but Trina, you on this show, we're going to talk about it. So she says she's willing to talk to Flo, and that's it. She ain't trying to talk to nobody but Flo. Okay, cool. All right, we move on. Safari, he's meditating and whatnot, trying to, act like he got a lot of stress going on in his life, with the whole Erica situation and the whole, Amara going live. So his mom comes out to sit down and talk with him about Amara and Erica. And, I heard what they said, I took in what they said, but, at the end of the day, your mom's going to, support you. And honestly, I really would, even though I took in what they said, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't care. I'm going to be honest with you. I really didn't care. You know what I was taking in? The beautiful views. I was like, this is a nice view. This is a nice place to sit down with somebody you care about and whatnot, and just look at the waters and just chillax and have a glass, a cocktail, or maybe mocktail, whatever the case may be. If you're pregnant like Shay, which we're gonna get into in a minute, and just taking the views and the Florida heat and humidity. You know what I'm saying? What they was talking about means nothing because the mom already know what Safari about, but we have to have some type of scene, for the TV show. So, I'll give them that. But, I really wasn't, we don't care. don't care what they had to say. Okay, I'm looking at the views. The views was nice. It was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. That's all to take from this scene. We didn't move on to Flo. She meets up with Trina at the studio, and pretty much Flo is letting Trina know she hit below with the bell with what she said about, the Haitian community and eating cats. Trina said she didn't say nothing about the Haitian community. Haitians never came out of her mouth. But then Flo was like, come on, though. You said, cat eating, voodoo and stuff. Trina was like, well, your sister was the one who technically brought up voodoo first because she came to me in the beginning of the season, talking crap about you because at the time, in the beginning of the season, Flo and Gaia wasn't on good terms. So Flo was like, what? She said that she wouldn't say that. So, we had the clip. We flashed back. And sure enough, Gael said, oh, you see over there, my sister, don't mess with her doing the voodoo, all that stuff. So Trina was correct about that. And she was also correct that she didn't technically say Haitian. But, at the same time, come on. Let's go. Trina, I understand, we're going on technicality, which I too go on technicality a lot. I too do, ask anyone who knows me, we going on technicality here. But Trina, come on, you said what you said. You said voodoo. Haitians, a lot of people associate Haitians with voodoo, Then you said cat eating. Like, what else was you trying to say, Trina? Because I know some people say, oh, maybe she was talking about them being lesbians, but it's just like, if you look at the context of everything she said in that sentence or sentences, she wasn't talking about no lesbians, let's be real. But at the same time, I'm not tripping off of it, because you know what? That's you with the ignorance. I'm chilling. I'm thinking about what I'm going to eat for, not for breakfast. I hate breakfast. What I'm going to eat for lunch tomorrow. I'm not, whatever. Anyway, so Trina apologized to Flo and said it was really towards her sister and her friend. And, she's still willing to do a show date with Flo. So Flo seemed like she accepted the apology, kind of in the same matter that she accepted Bobby's apology from earlier in the episode. And she asked if Trina is willing to apologize to her sister. Trina said, hell no. She said, hell no. No, I'm apologizing to you, your sister, hell no. So it looks like Flo didn't push back on that because, Flo, you know how your sister is too. Like, you be having riffraffs with your sister, for goodness sake. So, I mean, it was worth a shot to ask, but you knew the answer. But, like I always say, the worst you're going to get is a no. I stole that from whoever even came up with that terminology. But I'm going to take it right now. Like I always say, the worst you're going to get is a no. We then move on to Eliza's birthday party. I guess she invited Shay. Shay looking depressed. And Eliza goes talk to her, whatnot. Shay said she was surprised that Eliza invited her. Eliza's letting her know, there's no beef with her and Shay. And, Shay was just like, I wish you wouldn't have, been so quick to jump the gun and take Amara's side. That's when Eliza lets Shay know and us know that, she ain't even really feeling Amara like that. Because, ever since that whole makeup launch that Amara did, Amara's been ghost on her and whatnot. So she kind of seeing where Von Shay coming from about Amara not really being there for her friends. Well, now that you say that, I mean, yeah, you got a point. And, watching other people's reviews, yeah, I've come to realize that myself. So we're not surprised, but I can understand you for feeling some type of way, Eliza. Okay, so I'll give you that. So that's when we have Flo showing up with her girlfriend Claudia, and Eliza is just looking at Claudia like, dang, she's so fine, and she flirting, asking sexual questions and whatnot. Claudia's asking her, do you want to have a threesome? Eliza looking shocked like, oh dang, I didn't know we was gonna go straight to it, and she didn't say no, but she didn't say yes, but she didn't say no, but I guess because she don't want to disrespect Flo more than she's disrespecting Flo, and she's touching and feeling all up on Claudia not really rejecting the touchy feelingness. So now Flo's annoyed because it's like, yo, you pushing up on my girlfriend, and like, you have no respect. So then that's when they started talking about Amara, and we have Bobby, Joy, and Super Cindy. They pop up and also talking about Amara and her live, and also I guess Safari and his dig, because we used to think it was big, but then we saw a whole nother video and angle of it, and we realized like, oh, it's just average. It ain't nothing. They must have enhanced the other photo or whatnot. So that's when Bobby pulling up the pictures and showing everybody the pictures, and it's just like, it ain't nothing we ain't already seen. Twitter shows you a lot. Okay, Twitter is a place to go if there's any leaks, if you're quick enough at least. Twitter is just, oh sorry, X. They just be having a lot of things on there, not that I've seen any. I haven't seen anything. Even so far, I haven't seen nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. But Twitter. I've heard. Um, X has a lot of things available to look at if you so desire to look at those things. Because I don't. I don't look at any of those things. You know what I'm saying? I I just hear about them through other people. So moving on, we get to MJ. He shows up at the Eliza's birthday party, pulls Shay to the side, talk to her a little bit, see what's been going on with her because she been ghost with the family. He worried about her, whatnot. Shay says she don't want to talk about nothing to anyone. She's kind of been sad. She's been lonely, whatnot. And obviously her and Fabian, whatever his name is, they're not together right now, but that doesn't mean they're not going to be back together later. When she said this, I said, what are you talking about? So you're saying the door is still open. That's what you're saying. You letting us know the door is still open. You letting us know that even though y'all not together, y'all probably going to still F, which we find out later they were still effing. Okay, Shay, whatever. You're a grown woman. You can do whatever you want. We wish you the best of luck, but at the same time, it's like, once you have enough, you're going to have enough. But clearly you haven't had enough yet. And, with your current situation, we find out why. That's up to you. So MJ wasn't feeling that, said he don't want her to get hurt and, she needs to stop, allowing Fabian to disrespect her. And, they end up going back and forth because, they're both hotheads and whatnot. And, MJ gets up and walks away. And Shay said he's blocked and he said he don't care. And it's just like, Shay, you may have blocked him today. You gonna unblock him tomorrow. Y'all family, whatever. We this ain't nothing new. You gonna say you blocked him and then look, two weeks later he's gonna be unblocked. So okay, save it. We didn't get to Trick. Still at Liza's birthday party. He's introducing Safari to the twins, and they talk about Amara's live and how she's coming to the podcast. So he invites Safari to the podcast, and it's about to be some mess. So we'll wait till that scene comes up, and then we get to Zoe Brinks and her private listening party, and of course Big D is there. And in this moment when I was looking at her talking to confessional, even though we already seen her in the confessional, I was just like, oh, I ain't gonna lie, I do like Zoe Brinks' confessional. Looks very cute. I love the orange on her and her skin tone and her hairstyle, and she looked very beautiful. And we go through her like 3 tracks, and I wasn't really feeling the first one with her rapping. The second one, I liked that beat the most, and her singing in it, singing in the song. The third one, I liked the beat also, but the singing was okay. So all in all, the beats were good. So whoever the producers and stuff for that was, that's stick with them. So they're good. As far as her singing, like, I'm not no expert, I'm not no professional, but as a novice listener of music, I just like to listen to music. I don't really be trying to decipher stuff and whatnot. If it sounds good, it sounds good. But in regards to this, for her singing and whatnot, it was okay. It seemed like something I could do. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't no Mariah Carey and stuff. But I feel like I could sing better than Ice JJ Fish. So there's that. So it was alright. Little practice, never hurt nobody, But, I still love you, Zoe. I still love you. That don't mean nothing. That is no shade. That is no shade. You're a great artiste, and, I do hope the best for you, and you got my support. So after her little listening party, everybody for the most part said nice things. And then we get to Big D. He said he wants a one-on-one with Zoe Brinks. So he pretty much just said he not feeling the music at all whatsoever. And this all soft era type SHIT. He don't say that word for it. I'm just paraphrasing. But, she's on some Lizzo type stuff. And, she really needs to go back to her rapping because he mentioned before that she was like the female version of Biggie. And in my head, I'm just like, I don't want to be that type to automatically get offended. But I kind of automatically got offended because I'm just like, what are you trying to say here? Are you saying because, she has a similar... Like I said, I'm not no professional, so, let me know if I'm, saying this wrong. But, lyricists in regards to, similar aspects of rapping in regards to Biggie, or are we talking about because they're both rappers and they could kind of rap pretty good and they're both big? What are you trying to say here, Big D? What are you getting at it with this? Okay. Anyway, so uh listen, Zoe was already over it because she's just like, okay, you said that before, you saying that now, but she's not gonna let nobody walk over her. So they kind of go back and forth a little bit, and Big D, sorry, not Biggie, Big D. He kind of stunts on her, saying, he got plaques and stuff. How many plaques she got? So Zoe's like, okay, we're not doing this. You're out. You could leave. So she's cracking jokes on him with his hat, cowboy hat, whatnot. And he's just like, oh, he not the one or whatnot. Sir Big D, look, respectfully, I don't care. Like, I don't know. I mean, I heard your name before, but like, I don't know you like that. So you could leave. There's a door. Bye, bye. The fact that you supposed to be of a certain caliber, and you going back and forth with like, bye, bye. We don't got time for you. I don't have the patience, because if you was really of a certain caliber, you wouldn't even be on that type of stuff. But there's a lot of people who just really, they get some type of fame and they let it go to their head, and it's just like, sir, 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 please pump the brakes, pump, sir, sir, sir. Anyway, so yeah, he leaves. Zoe, I feel like she got a little emotional, but I'm like, Zoe, girl, please, like, don't let somebody, Big D, don't let someone get on you like that. Like, mind you, Zoe, she got a little attitude problem, a little bit. She a little bit of hot head. You know what I'm saying? Zoe, we gotta work on that, girl. We gotta work on that a little bit. But at the same time, with the way he was acting, it's just like it was warranted. So I'm not gonna really get on her for that. We then move on to Shay. She goes with her daughter to visit her mom. And, she lets her mom know that Fabian is back in Milwaukee. And, her mom was like, good, because he wasn't good for you, no way. Shay was just like, oh, why you got to say that about him? I'm like, Shay, are you still with the guy or something? Because, you was talking to MJ and you say you might get back together. Your mom trying to, saying stuff about him. And then you're saying, why she got to say that? It's like, you giving very much like y'all still together, right? Like, what's up? What's going on? But I already had an inkling of like, okay, I feel like I already know what's going on, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I just need you to confirm it for me. I'm not gonna say it, but I'm like, it'll be so funny if she pregnant again. Why I thought that in my head? Why? Because sure enough, she lets her mama know she been ghosting everyone, and she gets up, pulls up her shirt, and sure enough, there's a baby bump. She said she pregnant. She pregnant. The mom said, oh my gosh, how could you let this happen again? And she's like, is it a boy or a girl? She's like, I don't know. It don't even matter, because she's thinking about getting an abortion. Look, Shay, if that's what you want to do, that's your choice. The mom's just like, pretty much disappointed. Shay's crying at this point, of course. And, the mom's just like, how can you let this happen again? And, honestly, I mean, she looked like she kind of, decent amount along in her pregnancy. So obviously, I think it's been recent when Fabian went to Milwaukee. So of course they was still effing. Of course they wasn't doing it with no condom. Obviously they already have a kid. You know what I'm saying? So it's not far fetched for her to get pregnant again. That's not really surprising. I mean, it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. Like, if you think about the course of the relationship and whatnot. But it's kind of just one of those things that's like, dang, man. It's like, and I think the daughter's only one at this point. I mean, it happens all the time. It happens all the time. Congratulations, you fertile, but she don't even want the baby, so she's thinking about getting an abortion. But in my head, I'm like, how far along are you that you're still contemplating on an abortion? Because you seem pretty, because she's not big, so she's skinny. Like, you see the belly's there, and it don't look like it's no 2-3 months. You know what I'm saying? So how far along are you? And how long did you think about getting an abortion? Because if you've been thinking about it for a while and you still haven't done it, that means you're probably not going to do it. I don't be searching or following these celebrities on social media, so I don't know if she's still pregnant. But from what I'm gathering, the mom doesn't want her to do it, but Shay's just like, yeah, I can't do this. So we'll see what happens with the rest of this season. Best of luck to you, Shay, and it makes sense why you've been acting kind of moody this whole episode. So, there's a lot to think about, not only with her pregnancy hormones, but just with her situation with her family and with her relationship with her baby daddy. So, you got my list. I'm supporting everyone for the most part. So, I hope the best for you and your daughter. And I don't know the baby, if you're keeping her or not, but girl, I hope the best for you. We didn't get to Amara. She goes to Cindy and Trick's podcast. And of course, Safari shows up and interrupts the podcast, courtesy of Trick, because Trick invited him. And Amara said, pretty much lets us know that she was embarrassed because they was talking about her live that she did in regards to saying her and Safari's relationship was fake. She had never had no relations with any man since Alan. And, she had no boyfriend or nothing since Alan, which we know was a lie. So she lets us know, or them know and us know, that she was embarrassed being with Safari, and Safari was saying she needs to stop letting people get into her head and interfere with her personal relationships. And then that's when Trick was, co-signing with Safari and saying that Amara cries too much. And, he knows her, he has known her for like 6-7 years, and all she do is cry. So now, of course, she's getting ganged up on. So Amara's, of course, annoyed. And now she's mad at Cindy for not sticking up for her, because Cindy's just sitting there looking like a deer caught in headlights. Granted, Cindy said she didn't know that Trick was going to invite Safari there, but at the same time, she just went complete silence. And, I can understand, because she's like not trying to get involved, but at the same time, you kind of doing this podcast, and you know what you was doing when you was asking a question about her live in regards to Safari. So now that he's here, like, why we going mute now? You know what I'm saying? And granted, I can understand where Amara's coming from, because she's feeling cornered right now by the two men. So it's kind of like, why can't Cindy step in? But what Trick Daddy's saying isn't far-fetched, Amara. You do kind of cry a lot. And coming from someone who used to cry all the time, like all the time, you cry a lot. And I don't even feel like it's real tears. I feel like you just try to be dramatic. But maybe you are dramatic and, just like actually sensitive for real. Some people are like that. You do kind of cry a lot, sometimes for no reason, and even though there is a reason in your brain, but it's like, to the average Joe, it's kind of like, what's she crying for? Like, is it that, wow, is it that serious? Because like I said, I too was like that. Now, even though I still may get offended, or sensitive about things, but I don't cry as much as I used to, surprisingly. Because someone told me I cried too much too, and that kind of made me like, you know what, F all y'all. I ain't gonna cry no more. And now it's like I have a hard time crying, which is an interesting thing. But we're not talking about me, we talking about her. You do cry a lot. But to each their own. That's not saying there's anything technically wrong with it, but it's just you are emotional, you know what I'm saying? And as far as Cindy, I can understand you not want to step in, but at the same time, it's just like, let's get back on track. We're kind of getting a little too far-fetched, but then again, this is a TV show, Love and Hip Hop. We already know what it's about, so this is great content for the producers in their eyes. So that's why probably Cindy part of it, producers or something, I don't know. And she's like, I'm not going to get involved. I'm just going to sit back and watch this unfold in front of my eyes, front row seats. So then we get to after the podcast, and Safari and Amara still going back and forth. We don't know where Trick Daddy or Super Cindy at, but we see Safari and Amara still going back and forth, very much so like they're still together. And Amara calls Safari a chick because she was upset that Safari never defended her in regards to like the whole Von Shay situation. So then Safari was like, so what, you want me to what he said, go back and forth or beef with girls? And then Amara was like, well, yeah, because you a chick too. So then she walks away, gets in the car. Safari goes after her, opens the door, and Amara tells Safari leave her alone. She closes the door back. Safari throws his bottle of water, or the water from his bottle of water, at her car. Amara was like, that was a bitch move. And that's when the episode ended. And I'm just like, well, feelings are still there, clearly. Because if there was no feelings there, this scene wouldn't happen. And, they're both dramatic people. So it's very fitting. It's very fitting. But what else is new? I'm just looking at this scene and I'm just like, all right, another day, another dollar. Like another episode of the Amara and Safari show. But I will say, I don't know which one if I were to prefer a scene between Safari and Erica Mena or Safari and Amara, I'll choose Safari and Amara, because thus far it's been, even though it's been, I guess, chaotic somewhat, it's still less dramatic than Erica Mena and Safari. So, I'll take that. Well, that's the end of the episode. I would say this was a good first episode of part B of the season 5. I really don't understand why they do this, but I digress. Whatever. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, that's okay. You already know we got plenty of episodes. Come back next week. Hopefully I can make you laugh. You can subscribe then. So I'll give you another week. Okay, I'll give you another week. Comment down below what you thought about this episode. Be easy breezy, lemon squeezy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.